Welcome students. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of our that unit, that is chapter number first of the chemistry first for the 11th class, and that topic is yield. Students, it is much interesting topic because we concern that topic with the two references. That these two references are as the yield is concerned to the determination of the efficiency of the reaction. Secondly, that efficiency concerned to the amount of the product obtained after the chemical reaction. Students, that topic has a very significance for the preparation of the different products at the commercial level, at the industrial scale, and on the economical scale. As far as the importance is concerned for the yield is the major concern for the chemists because they want the good efficiency of the reactions so as to get the maximum product. If the efficiency of the reactions will be less, then consequently the amount of the product will also be less. But when a chemist start a reaction by the different reagents and the products are formed, then two things are also taken in the consideration. One is the expectations of that reactions by fulfilling all the condition of the reactions to produce the maximum product, and the reaction is carried on and the product is formed. The chemist noticed that I have put that amount of the reactants and is my expected amount is that. Let's suppose X is the amount of the reactant and Y is the amount of the product. That Y is the expected amount of the product for a chemist. But after the completion of the reaction, the amount of the product is not Y, and that is the Z. Why Z? It has the various reasons that will be discussed later. And the Y and the Z are the two terms of the yield, which is discussed later, and I will explain it after that introduction. And that is, now I am going to explain these two terms and yield. Yield, the amount of the product formed after the chemical reaction, is called as the yield. For example, let's suppose we have the two different reactants, that is A and the B, and they combine to form the product AB. The amount taken for the reactant A is the 1 mole. The amount taken for the reactant B is 1 mole. And chemist expected the amount of that product is the 1 mole. Students, but when it is found in the actual practice, the amount of the AB is not 1 mole. The amount is 0.5 mole. Now, we have the two types of the products, that is the 1 mole and that is the 0.5 mole. How we will discriminate these two products amounts? The discrimination is done in that that 1 mole of AB is the calculated amount, is the theoretical amount by the balanced chemical equation, and that amount is also called as the expected amount of the product. But 0.5 mole is the actual product obtained after the completion of the reaction. So we can say that the yield may be classified into two types, that is the theoretical yield and the actual yield. As far as the theoretical yield is concerned, as per the example, the amount of the product calculated from the balanced chemical equation is called as the theoretical yield, and that theoretical yield is the maximum product produced from the given amounts of the reactants in a chemical reaction. Students, that amount is obtained after the calculation. That calculation gives the maximum amount of the products given from the maximum amount of the reactants, and that amount is the 1 mole. 1 mole for that reaction AB, and after finding the final calculation, the obtained amount was not as was expected, as was calculated in the theoretical pattern, and that type of the yield is called as the actual yield. So we can define that actual yield by the amount of the product obtained in a chemical reactions is called as the actual yield. So the 0.5 mole is the actual yield in that reaction. Now students, one thing is surprising, then what are the reason that the expected yield or the theoretical yield and actual yields are not compatible? We cannot obtain the desired amount of the product as we are expecting after performing the chemical reactions. So that deals the different kinds of the reasons. And now I will explain why the actual yield is less than the theoretical yield. Students, as I have mentioned you that the actual yield is less than the theoretical yield, expected yield calculated from the balanced chemical equation, and the reason behind that why the actual yield is less than the theoretical yield comprises the different factors, and one of that, it is possible that the workers working for performing the reactions and are watching and are performing their duties to look after the carrying of the reactions or inexperienced, and they are not skilled people which are watching, which are observing the reactions. So during that process of the reaction, any mistake will be ignored and the efficiency of the reaction becomes slow, and ultimately the final products becomes less amount. After that, the various other processes which are involved, and these chemical processes are, it is the filtration, during that filtration process, the mishandling and the wastage of the material is expected. So then other process, separation by the distillation, we are going to separate the material, reacting material or the products by the distillation process. During that distillation, the wastage of the material may be expected, and due to that reason, the yield of the product, the amount of the product becomes less. Next, the separation by the separating funnel. That is another process. Maybe we have to separate the material, separate the products by the separating funnels, and during that process, the wastage of the material is expected, and due to which that is another reason for the reduction of the amount of the product. Another, washing of the material, washing of the product, drying of the product, and also the crystallization of the product may become the wastage of the amount of the products, and ultimately our final product or the actual product reduced, their amount is reduced. Another major and one of the striking reason for the reduction in the amount of the product is there are some competing reactions along with the actual reaction, and these competing reactions may form the side products, and the amount of that side products decrease the amount of the actual product. So what will be done to find the amount of the product, the yield? How we will satisfy? What will be the yield of the compound? What will be the yield of our product? To solve that issue, the scientists take the percentage composition, the percentage of the yield of for the product. And what is the percentage yield? It can be calculated by a formula. Students, to resolve the issue, that we take the intermediate weight position among the actual yield and the experimental yield or the expected yield in the term of the percentage yield. The percentage yield of the amount is calculated by the formula, that is the percentage yield is equal to the actual yield divided by the theoretical yield multiplied by the 100. By putting the values in that formula, we can get the percentage yield. Now, we will simply explain it with a journal example. That let's suppose the A and the B are the reactants and AB is the product. The amount of the product in the balanced chemical equation is 1 mole. The 1 mole of the reactant A, 1 mole of the reactant B, when combined, reacted each other, they give the 1 mole of the AB. After performing the experiment, that is the calculation in the balanced chemical equation. After performing the experiment and getting the product amount of the product amount was 0.7 mole. And that 0.7 mole is the actual yield, and the 1 mole is the expected yield from the balanced chemical equation. Now we will give the percentage yield of that reaction. The percentage yield is equal to our actual yield is 0.7 mole and our expected yield is 1 mole. It is multiplied by the 100. After calculation, we get that the percentage yield will be 70%, and that is the yield of our that reaction. Students, I think you have taken the complete idea about the yield, and hopefully you have able to calculate such a minute questions and for your exam in the entry test. And in spite of all that, if you find any difficulty, you may ask us on our channel and we will reply you, inshallah. Thank you very much.